can say a 15 cedi honoma of an army expect to say Obeka. But my memory min of a penny at the end. Now, of our cement, ASA, regional chairman. What's in the cement boy? Oh, mine, Mr. Okojiji is here. Neko boss cement price.
Yes,
Super rapid. 85 Ghana cedis. NPP free na cement boy say. They below 85 Ghana cedis now. Nyabete of ameba, nyabete. Of ameba, nyabete. O my one who entra e wo NDC fuo mu no. E bia ni fuo, meba fuo so say.
E no de jai ka. Entra no de. Of ameba so bi tie de o ka benya
jai. Of ameba entra the hypocrisy in them. O my son him say cement price no, cement no e wo mu 2. Ye wo 42.5 R. And ye wo 32.5 R. Moko fa eye 42.5 R and the NPP abreso. Na maka che say na ye 120 cedis. Eno krampo ye gasem. Gasem na ye 120 cedis no. Eno na ye expensive amounts eno nyina kra no amongst cement ni na expensive. Oko fa 42.5 R no abe analysis say NPP abreso na cement 120 cedis. But now umusa ho say unisem any super rapid mono NPP abreso ni aton say na ye 81 82 83 cities 84 cities and ani eton no and na me no worker say unisem abro 85 cities o be ka cha me say cement bo e funne e say bra na NPP wo power na dey say refi asem sa na ebio and na mumusa mu say 42.5 R gasem no ne boy e say ehe na obenya bi kura below obenya bi sa 78 cities na mo ka sa monsem no ehe na obenya bi Missy Wenyam and Amiko, Kojiji, all the prices are there. Will be a quoted the prices one. Monkore prices no. It is sir atrosamono. I believe Sir Brown say was a free home. The other one ye fool. May say repeat Biosa many work say fool board they say Brana President Kufuado ye president. December ye as at 5th January ekonina. Because President Mahama ever State of the Nation's address no. Mobekaya what the shell price and the buy. Shell price no so call website as at the time NPP free power no. Na shell diesel ye 15 cedis 45 pesos. President Mahama can say a 15 cedis 50 pesos, which is fair. Many workers say shell boy saying and ye 16 cedis 64 pesos. Ye fa even go crampo ya bind the anokrana. It's still expensive than when President Kufuado was in power. Eti me mpeso obi abefa fu wo krampa ba argument wa ye ni short memory sa nyoma we nyina so ye verifiable go to yanya breso na JP mo eton petrol between 12 and 13 cedis say ye refia and the petrol ni nam saying eti mo ma ye nyesa ayina as if say ye was short memory ye ni short memory so I cannot have my own set of figures na wunya wo de these are verifiable figures I expect them nyina mo be contradict as am make an CCA Mobe challenge as ma make no. Ebio amahene. Me wo fa e ka say of ekwoku. Wo say mo ba ye mu di GDP ekọ 6%. Ma ya de. Because na do den kwa akufu ado aban na mamu na mo say enye no. Ye jamo a GDP growth of 5.7%. Enti wo de ko 6% no enye din. Because ya wo wato kunkon so. Ya ngu wanto amnem said ye ba John Dramani Mahama eja a GDP growth of 3.4% no me pamcho si eja mo 3.4 said ye JDM eja 3.4 na ka GDP no gamba jimi de akọ 6% ye jamu ye 5.7% economy na gina ye economy mo bastardizing ye no say mo see economy grow at a 5.7% ye janka me pacho NDC ni bia wutie me John Mahama wo ja GDP growth of 3.4% me pacho den GDP growth of 5.7% ye janka GDP growth of 3.4% and John Mahama what dey din na be fresh economy no. The other one, Oka Forex, as a mode called $14 billion. Of a my idea, more I'm a fan of $4.8 billion. Said the NPP Befano. 2016, you Befano $4.86 billion. And you grow, no, they call $9.1 billion. 9.1 they call 40. Say, oh yeah, and I'm a It was a boy NPP abaso and no nebema Ghana for who atra mudi no. Creating the impression say NPP abaye nasa. NPP abaye na tetu o man pasam. Na me say NPP abaye na asano ojawo a forest reserve of 9.1 billion. Now say wasan John Mahama oja 4.8 billion mpacho ono ahead Yamransam the other issues in so man. Amoka be about a year or can be about debt to GDP ratio. Me say me percent this ni bia baby na no aka asem we da. Debt to GDP ratio I reduce it from 61% to 45.5% no. Mumusa say e dey na NDC for I drop debt no. Of minim so parking kan pa. Me so one nya adagen kan fetch any SMP mo report na. Wadawro makone kwa kan. Debt to GDP ratio no ye all because of the DDEP you know, and then I drop it debt to GDP ratio from 61% to 44.5%. So me boy, mon can't me say these are verifiable Musra mo phones kuramo. Mon check asama make is here. Fitch report is stated in it. Omayo say DDEP there you know. So when him say yeah my debt forgiveness. But I mean, that forgiveness I had no. In fact, amaya bomb hobosiano mudi and at some point a cobas I was a call man also say ya ho actually enti omo first can be encheye.
That's right.
A move $5 billion yes last year off. Ya free yakaso. A bill interest payments. Ya renegotiate your interest payments. Am I making savings of $4.7 billion? And no na asha yakano. Aba me abe ya debt to GDP ratio. Abe gina 45.5% no. It is a NDC for 750 million and anu ya President Mahama Kutuya. You think that is enough to drop our debt to GDP ratio from 61% to 45.5%? Eti mo credit to almost woman na debt to GDP ratio about from because one
let's look at Dumso finally.
Dumso. Okay, me kase me address wo mo nsem ni nyina ye.
Dumso just so quickly.
The last one before Dumso, okay, 15 minutes.
About your time now.
Okay, 15 minutes.
15 minutes I count 3 minutes.
No more Bank of Ghana issue this year. 2022
they now can add. The Bank of Ghana issue ya no maka.
Me can no kra. Me de no nko anu mabadum so mpacho 1 minute here. 2022 because of the crisis I call. Bank of Ghana supported economy heavily. It was minor boka 60.8 billion. Mpacho so okay.
Speak to the mic.
2023. Mpacho obekaya. Sabre na ye free ahohie num. It Bank of Ghana car or boy no e 13.2 billion. Sa brand is for so omunti bi da. Ye guso aye ntoto ye na no 2024 ne abegina ye ba ne ye honwo sa. Ti eka no e boka 9.49 billion. O my hwe trend no. On se ni nyina e ba fom. It is ye wo ha ne ye se ye bedi no kra ma ye ho a. Obi aboka 44 billion from 9 billion abanya ye se won nya de no. Bank of Ghana bought under Saban. No, be a boka 44 billion. What's this? A buying the Antonio friend. All because of ya maybe a ye. Now I come 3 minutes into GOLDBOD. Now they ton gold a boka. Ya they ton gold. Our GOLDBOD unqua honqua catching your boka 9.6 billion. A honey say a mubon chrono wom because a conquetion conco and a cost. On mind this can ye de gratopre. Anyway, to my evolving story into minim say ekwa animon ye bedi hu nkomo mo. On my mami musa Minister of Energy. Pacho missing containers no. On my who asema kwisi missing containers no mu create impression say NPP for ama ye say yakọ India for bi warehouse. Yakọ hunu bi no. Missing containers na ada na NDC for ye silent on it now. Ade no mo hwehwe NPP for no mo nche wo mo. Me other question na me say busa minister no so say 3,000 transformers now all fixed no me pa chow everybody na NDC for procure sa 3,000 transformers no.
Yes, mo amodia.
Almost say missing containers no emu na sa transformers we wo. transformers and Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo ne NPP aban etoye 3,000 transformers. Mumusa se NDC ba omatimi ato transformer ba kokra. Me say me kabio yemfa atro enya politics because you will be exposed at the end of the day. They are not make kabio mo beji ye dum so levy. Now man ye tua dum so levy a eya den na light bill bo nka wo se nka kosoro kra in the first place. Because ye to 1 gallon bia ye tua 4 cedis 50 pesos on every gallon. Gallon bia ye tua 4 cedis 50 pesos. Mosa ba eno ayenim say ye tua ma ye ho atoye no. Mosa ba to light bill num. Kania no so kra ye nsa anya bi. The American akosi ni say when it comes to the energy sector, NDC are fairly woefully. They created the impression say Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo ni 3 more de ntina petrol bo ekoso. They created an impression say Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo ni NPP ye 3 more de ye insensitive it light bill boarding. Omo create impression bi say Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo abreso kania no problem bi wo ho etina even when I catch say transformers ayata ba yes sano no almost say there be o sesa transformer ayada na transformer na o sesa no kania ebedum. Why are they using that same justification? Me kai aya John Jinapo those days or say omu dum asiesie te say kania no omu dum ha 1 hour no omu dum ha 2 hours ya brand you admit say kania no kra na dum 1 hour 2 hours me bu say NDC forces say kania na dum how many hours? And yet you want Ghanaians to be tolerable. You want Ghanaians to entertain sa mu hypocrisy we say. Na ya ba be gina honum. Na president aka kire say afi kwa na wie ye no. Ye the gas hwan e ba.
Na de o kan oboa.
Mebamba. Ye bro asam no kra wan kan wie ye beti ye. Ade na musa sa gas you know so be wie time be sika sempo na sorry. Ye be wie bre ben.
O so de asobebofo.
Oh utwa nka egu a no wasidan.
Hey.
O my utan kagua no wasi dan.
Now the government is telling us our policy to augment the electricity.
We don't want any knee-jerk reaction. Menka say nye. But maka and some bebre
1,200 megawatts of gas and also a knee-jerk reaction.
Maka assembi wo mo manifesto mo so mo ba ye. It
doesn't mean so MPP were you able to do all your manifesto? You were not able to finish all your manifesto.
Major policies Mubian who are yantimi anye. This major policy what man.
Kwasia gunze kan ye dumi enkwasia gunze kan ye dumi ejaye obi aka na no atum. Kwasia dwene na ba mi na adan madu ya gada. Enkwasia dwene na ye se adwuma no. Akosombo ase Manipa ye huru baby obia ngwanje me agasa mom ya mompa yese akosombo no ahye no eniema be kama asi adwenke kan kwasi adwenke kan wunim de ya wo fie wo no ye kura wo ye electrician ba no be fa cable so de ye adwuma prekopa na kanea no so na pese ye na ga na he na baby akanea ko baby ya. Tell me, Senor Garcia, I didn't Matuaba. Do to a benti a bibi say I in the Edian Garcia, you know. Politicians in the Muslim and Nimuntiminka we injure them. Edian Garcia, then what to a benti a Yintiminka Sanjira was as someone who came and 5 and GBN will be prepared for fruit pole. Aqua Resa cable no asheno, who bet to meet the Fufraco join Aqua connect. One you will be papa no would be fear na wounds and Timika and all that kind of thing. Number General Cajos and Quasi, I was one tears. Amen. Amen. Yeba afufro ahankasa kanea no enyina so ye current no of ebolo.
Yeah. Me, I've always asked myself, can't the clergy, some of the clergy, speak their mind without insults? Yeah, enye yana. Say obetimi akire wadwene wo oman asem abra wundi atem because we'll be complaining about electricity now ka say akoso machine nipa no obejina no be did a kwase adwene a. I mean, how? Say obi ye did ne kan ye dum na ye nyina no kwase adwene. Na koso mbo hye no. Na nke ye expect say ade ye chi ana kan anaba. Enti wo dwene sa kwase adwene. Should this be coming out of the mouth of a clergy? Yeah. Azantia kwaba.
Any of my
Mamintio.
There's another video. Asama will be saying there's another video be here now. Over the weekend, so on Sunday, there's a pastor or Assemblies of God. Refiniding or the East Legon.
Was he the one or said dollar? Swati.
No can dollar sem.
Yeah, agree small video no.
Benya video na akontai to answer this question.
On also say o catch say 3%.
Yeah. Inflation 3%.
Not yet your pocket you huna. You are not telling us the truth.
Oka o minus semu. Oka de ekoso o manimu. Wabra when you say be kwase ane aboa. But oka na dwene efa the state of o minor.
Any
maybe home. Okay, wabra one you su said the abuane kwasiane sani no. Me think
the video.
Me fee say edru baby a. Me akotaya na asofo no nkomo nidi ya na ehmeden. So say ye asofo no mo ye na sinchen. Ye de na si wono mo as individual Kofi Oduro and ye kana semo a fair enough. But unse ya ne count me nyinsi nchen we can't massa we suffer nyame nipa so na say why ye but that is not the way to go. Papa Kofi Oduro sebi preduasa ono ahun say na sem o kan no anya na sore ma ne de no ka say amen na ma enti afi no so pache ma na sore ma no agina sem no so ma no because
there's a video about the same Kofi Oduro o ka say I didn't know mine to say at this time.
Yeah.
Doom so.
Yeah.
That was 2024.
Yes.
Oh, who didn't hear at this time? Doom so Ghana.
And the penny logical okay, they are continue to be complaining when BB Kobo new.
Yeah.
Say you'll be papa so. You'll be back. You'll be near Bema. So say light a doom, obi papa kwako through pool. Aquako sama ye complainia. Akutaze ne ekwan na ye na ye nyinwie no obi papa so na ekwa akotete ne tie de aye no ho ame aye kwan na ma ya me afa so je kwan ne enwie ya eni kwan si ye complain o akuta penny logical wo keken de papa Kofi Oduro nza mra bio nye sa na ye ka no so nye sa ene ye ka no ewo se eyi sa santitwi no kan ya sebi impreduasa wan kasa yi o penny
I think I've gotten the video.
Nyame pulpit so.
I've gotten the video for your grace. You can check it out.
And
the video from the Assembly.
Yes. What you papa na? O meki ne point clear
without insult or acrimony or attacking
one kasenti obi. Ono do fi say the ono susu hu o man no. Eno no. So hu. Ye nkase ma asofo nkasa mfa the friends say o man no de ekosumu eto ne edin mo asofo na akonta ye hwe bonkum hwe nifa na anyi ye be fra asofo no say baby eduru ndi asofo mo mpaye maye so nti se bibi nkoye na se mususu mu hunu na se mutu o man no fo ho a akonta ye okwan bebre a obetima afa so aka obi kuratimi ka asam na kirew akire bi a akire kura no betwa na onze akwa na asam na oka kirew no se bi wodi watemana se obu onimtia bana ukura no se ni usika no wadwene an hu se bi wakase tia wa na se wa ye but
I think the clergy should be mindful because baby I know words like enkwasi adwene se
obi ka bi kire Kofi Oduro anya ne de
so enkwasi adwene
se ne baby tie se
adum na koso mbashia.
Yes.
I was who say, and yen and the beba.
Akosombol kanya no de mame no mfa nchemi. I pay for that service.
Yes.
It is a obi bitua for service and akota ye tue wi ansa no mo the service na ma you.
Yes.
Ukoto credit no gu meter no so ansa na.
Uto ansa no abeso.
Oba abeso. It is a metiaka na se ma me service no
na
se service ne ma na se me nya na me busa wansam a o si me ri kwan se me busa na obi papa na e ko furu po na kwa so Ghana no
Asante Eboat had last week and o catch the minister for energy se masa 2 weeks
2 weeks ne 2 months
anya she cry no mo betimi the 3 days
yes
within that 3 days no so no betimi aya sade no mebo enti Asante Eboat somehow pressure de ma papa no na kwase adwene
edu ba bia ya na
okay yentie papa no
I became so worried last week that we are being told policy rate has come down, interest rate has come down. Now, if you put your 1,000 cedis in government treasury bill at the end of the year, 365 days, the interest we'll get is 50 pesos. Yeah, that is what is happening. They say it's good for the economy. Really? But everything is increasing. So what is the real? Are they just giving us figures? Or lying to us? I mean, let's be real. If the figures you are giving is not reflecting in our pocket, you are lying to us. Somebody say, I hear you. Listen, I pray for this nation a lot. A bag of sachet water. We used to buy 9 cedis. Recently, I was going to buy it. They said they have increased it to 12 cedis. So what is the essence of the interest rate going down? What is the essence of the dollar stability? I mean, how? Somebody rise up and say, I hear you. Let us be real. Let us be real. Slap a high five to somebody and say, let us be real.
Okay. A little on Kofi Odro, Memsaman.
Me nyano Kofi Odro ne sofo no nkwansem. Kofi Odro there on say over the years we should be very wakana dwen. But say obodi do bi atem there. It nyam no cry yintum. Yesu na say we na chino kwa but there is no nowhere in the Bible you to say I idea ni padeshen we use that F word no enter there. You can speak without saying anything. So for background as my wakano. Me say that is what people have been saying, and people have been a little bit ignorant. You can say inflation, conforma, and the rate of how things will be increasing in terms of prices, you know. And I say multi-michiri, no sebi. As I buy it, michiri amount for no motiasi. So for no, so what did maybe I say, and inflation in my former, but this is the rate at which things will have been increased. Then can never box on 10 terminal, and then sana that's the meaning of it. But me can say what Tiasia and Washada when the meaning of Nemo Mare, no kuna me can say, hey, Ghana, so for Nakopo, Afro Mono, I almost see Jamia from me say Jamie for a mini ho. Nemo, the person me can say, O my homocasa be ya. And check crowd, my Asobu, I won't even remove. You'll be going there by virtue of political affiliations. And no, and I saw about the Pentecost. All other events, political parties in a room. One man churches no mass embassy or my mobile. Because these Orthodox churches in the Omo and Nipana, they have been there over the years, or more to me has spent all these years. Is a Roman foreign Methodist as I in the same people for Yomugum Dada. But what I say, and Tomono, a bed is anybody bet me a flash about one man church. So, yeah, Conton Corner, that's right now, Casa. Nasabi, you sound very political because suffer drew over the years or my so we need some more Kenya people. No, therefore, young people know across all them or can be about you. Likewise, other sorry, I hold on so almost almost cassette and this no. And the man here, Yanko Pong dream a dear or more pano. Or they will lose sight of it. And not just of one car, and Yama cost or Memon can be. But how you say it is equally important as Senka, one can be cry. And to me, the Meme can say, so for all these pastors, they have the right to speak. But Omo Kasa, Omo Yune Sabu, Yamia Juma, a dash or Monsano. O my dear, and sometimes very can say, so for your Bacas as him with your mind, minimum no doubt, the near will drew back no going. Minimum no doubt. And o my, it may be three. Say now or Memu, one can be.
But how would you know?
And I make us say maybe on the mega say me no yanka minim. But I know so maybe. The me point I mean cause me dem person say e maybe do one can be. enye me na me be hye ne se mbe duru wan ka bintine so ma won kasa de ope e na obeka mbacha what the make na so open no work enti se
asamna papa ne ka no. Is it true on the basis say we have stability with CD? We have interest rate coming down. We have an inflation of 3.2%. And yet you go to the market, transport, electricity, water, everything. Oka say the rate at which is increasing now. What it to inflation or not the increment? No? The 3.2%, it does not reflect the increment. Because at the rate at which a near increase, 3.2%. Or 23%. It is a kamikota last year. It's a year on year. And a year 15 cities. Not 23% increment on it this year. I should be expecting somewhere 22 or 23%. 23 cities or 24. Now it's 3.2. So an inflationary rate of 3.2%. Now at the aneboye 15. And then we corner at 25. It does not reflect the 3.2%. And because the rate at which it increased, an increment of 3.2%. Electricity, water, transport, virtually everything is increasing. It's a papa. Mami Manusi, it's a papa kase. The rate at which our interest rate in a year at the and the rate at which a near my bokos and reflect here. Then you should say speaking out of ignorance. As you are saying.
Menka ignorance. The me can say, "Oh my idea na Ghana a turn be a 2024. Na be a 10 and equal 20 cities." Put that there.
Oh, are you coming to put me?
Maybe some question. Say we are all learning.
Asante, are you telling me, sir, there is nobody? Okay, electricity. As of 2024, now it's the same.
Neighbor. On say me can margin of increase. So me say, on say now can say
can margin of increase.
The all can say I did be why a turn on 10%. 10 equal 25.
No. I used an analogy. Don't put.
On say the me can say increment will come. The increment will come, but not at that rate. Two. On my say, I buy
3.2% inflation rate. Let's say.
Let's say enka. Maybe no. Na kenema bobo kosro. Ebia as that higher rate no and never cost no kwa no oh me
23%. HSA one inflationary rate was 23%. Na HSA enema
bo ebe kosro no o man yede to enseni animu
a kosro by 23%. Okay, and I see about 3.2. It's funny say yaw 23 3.2 chabutu. One say chabutu 23, so you are looking at 20% reduction. 23%. It was 23.2. And now it's 3.2. So 20% reduction. Which means some tardy every 10 cities. Nasisiano it should be about 10 points. 30 pesos.
10 pesos.
It should be about 10%. It shouldn't be about 12 cities.
2 years ago, now me turn 8 cities. Then me turn 12 cities. Meanwhile, so no. Yet your money, your dollar,
I am basing on the analogy. Say the rate at which the increasing. Say me call 2024 23%. And if a Niama be increase, it's increasing at 23%. Which means a bona also be count. I say a content term.
I could tell you, Niama, you dig general so me a de to Niama Munina Bafom. What is the basis?
Basic thing.
Say, I was a deal with your tomb. Petro, you the Lord fair at what they may work on tap. Say the Lord fair to him. When you punish Niama, no, you know. So, quack or Fadia, quack or Guni shop or the Gukem. Car now the goom no car ni to petro it was to petro ni ato petro mo a obeto lord fame and then yen to petro mo yen esokrati.
That's right.
Me boa it is a me top pure water 8 cities 2 years ago and now a year ago na sa time na not a inflation one ye top petro 14 cities a liter and then petro nam ebia 13 and 12 na inflation am 23%, na dollar nam 15 cedis any ade na me to enokra no na me to pure water bag ba ko 8 cedis na se nyame ya dom dollar na free 14 cedis na 15 cedis aba 11 petrol no ate
about 2 cities a free.
Yes, inflation no at by 20%
point.
Let's still here 2 pure water anymore 12 cities here. What is the basis amode to sadi emanum? Still not PURC for ebe catch say ECG and Ghana Water Company Limited say yanto water bill mo, yanto light bill mo. What is the basis? Mujina so and they increase light bill and water bill because ECG nene Ghana Water Company Limited at the dollar. Any inflation rate, any policy rate, interest rate, no mudi jina so. Any one side your money in our form. It is also for no beside this question. Well, Musana out of ignorance.
Yes, that's why I want to say legitimate question. Did not ask out of ignorance.
Me patcho man kasa he ask out of me say he needs to be educated. Me say I didn't use the word. Say ignorant. Me say man kasa me tell on my dear me can say. Me say my men are some na papa na some na account. That's what most people have been saying. And it's up to the government to explain things to them.
Your word was ignorance. They are speaking out of ignorance. That was your word.
On my ignorance, I mean, okay, so me, me can say, as someone I can, and just say, and your mabo and cosru.
But the
can want it, or my panic can say. Was it a put was it a penny was it pure water a costro and I mean say inflation above for ma and can the rate at which things will be increasing, you know the empanifono minimum woman offense I catch and say and can be cost like and cabia it has also done a train abianca inflation and cabia yet 3 cities in Cabecao son or more can say the rate at which things will be increasing a better form. What you say?
Inflation.
Oh my, Mrs. Sana, dear me, oh my car, me, and I told my American, say, I buying, say, what the inflation about this number, and now you soon say a base rate, a 16, advance of the or the above 14, you are. I may come catch you say, a baby, or maybe a pretty and a single digit piano, or more base rate so, a cost single digit, me boy. And now, say about me can say petrol about for me. About no dia he's trying to put all these things down.
So why na man in cost?
What yes, about to me show who na go for what there? What you say? And I know someone here can say Pulican ayaba abama enyama na eba from oh unche the making. Me say so what they buy be all spoke against say I was say no muchia. I'm no muchia but nanka we my no. The phone chem so moko e say a port wa ne man no from kakra nyesa na mo kan yes but this kan ne mabo no e ba from but yemu say won say public area na kwa maye no omoko fa ne man ba omo tete so ana aban no create another environment but say individual entity ne ma so aban ketimi petro ensi so
is right obusa me no me no
so at the end of
what you say
the pastor is asking say
he's also asking a legitimate idea
adentina sa ne ma we nyina bi no Abina and the Nessa Bonton so for Nigeria. So the government should just sit down and allow it to say inflation beba 0.5. Yes. Now so and the not 2 years ago, ni boy 8 cities no because the inflationary rate no the rate at which a Nema increases. Yes. If a year 8 cities. The inflation rate of 3.2%, I'm expecting about 8 cities 50 pesos.
I got 50 pesos, 30 pesos, 20
now
pesos.
It is 12 cities. Which means on the basis of the inflation rate on the pure water, about 25%.
Yes.
And as I told you, the mission, so 8 cities.
Yes.
Now inflation rate at 3.2. Now if I could do 12, the inflation rate no. Me want to say the increment with which things are increasing about 27 or 28%. Yes. It does not reflect the 3.2.
Exactly.
And notice there will be inflation about 3.2. I just said the inflation about 3.2. There was a David. There was a money increasing.
Yes.
But at a decreasing rate, which is 3.2.
Yes.
But they are too just about 25%.
Yeah.
So people ask, then what is the problem?
Single digit.
Yes. Inflation about 2 single digits from 9 from last year. It has been consistent for almost 6 to 8 months. So we should see. Say, Adia Erezia. Ebu cry insignificant.
Insignificant.
It should be like 8 cities, 10 pesos. 8 cities, 20 pesos. When they free 8 are copying 12. 4 cities. Ah, come on.
He's right. Say,
my panel is in. Honorable Kyoko from Points here. Besides Joseph Amwa is here, and Honorable Maxwell Subuachi is also here. So weekend on air, Chama won to me as they come in. Moment you hear Chama won to me so kakra. Honorable, I go from Paul. NDC. And I don't know. And Honorable Maxwell for Subuachi, MPP. Now, can say. Not MPP in your Kukudu. But your people party ding. No, now bet some day, Mekana. So Mekana, you swear, Jai.
Okay, MPP, I know my just say.
No one can say development and freedom.
They will come to.
Ah, Chemike and Bewa.
I don't hear.
Aha, what
party for soldier.
Development in freedom, you pass out a
but your many party for soldier. TV shower become NPP. Jemiso development in freedom. Now so bet maka kukudu no eshi. Eti den na meka.
Osono.
Eti kukudu no aje say.
Osono.
We. You try to so hard. I don't pay your shot near my hanamo. TUC4 at the and someone to Ja May Day. Normal say the rising youth unemployment is a threat to national security. Now, Bank of Ghana and so and minority kase a cow mo a bo ewo o mem hanoma boka 44 billion. Na ekwan o mafa so aton Ghana gold ni ade no o ma ni dwane ye o mo koton gold 3.5 $3,500 na esi I could do 5,200 almost akoto na ye say o ma ni dwane ye na doom so whether it is gone or not sisi ade Ghana ni bia be dia dance said there is a stability to some extent the normal interruption, but said nationwide need there. Omampeni India to just said 6 turbines are in operation. Now, Ebibusa said, has the energy minister been transparent to Ghanaians on the energy crisis? And okay, we'll look at this issue. Mr. Joseph Amwa, your chrome. Rising youth unemployment. Mame and Charles and Free War. TUC4, see there be. I know I think.
Yes, many of my adwin kwan bi so so if the baby na kodru baby on say omaya o chichire omaya enyeme be ho na say wa anye nie na say ugiem keka etimi je onsem so na deliberate policy be have it ma taking so so we need antidote for those things so etimi create that problem so share unemployment situation in the country since 2000 ebanoa. There's now a stable kakra to the point where after start to say a rise. Now, I dare everything they are so no. I'm saying you got to honor, and this is what it is. So we kaya bra MPP campaign 2000 and for 2016 elections. No. Now, omoyi nyina ye name bi the key name of the campaign. Na a free SHS. And one factory. And the Omo winner, first year no we establish free SHS. Now the good thing I know is say it be a quiet man, nipa be break me a quiet by school.
That's right.
But any man lucky kakra woman say any man everything aboa nkola no wi a mo abetime gina wo na so ni anchire wo skill training. A raw education na akra bia so a onya kwa akọ school bia na dwena so wie school a aban be man adwuma ye because akra bia se bia generally adwena wo akra bia trim no wie school aban be man adwuma ye because of the way I train on so be hwa na free SHS no mai no na nkra no bi nya kwan enko SHS ni bi. But by the time I will be 2022 to 25, na omo ayi omo nyuma. Inti na omo mfa bed bi ama o man so.
Okay.
First HS na be introduce you no. Adia na esanka ye network safety network ya na esanka ye di ji womo no. Ene yi ni free so ye no one district one factory. Because the MM you know ye di elections ye win ye. It is all bar. What this scale reference HS no. You build a stronger safety network here and grant you square. Ubenya any year any free so. Of all this why only 520 million cities went into free one district one factory. Once a buy no across as your dear man. You free trade ministers in the core presidency. The honorable so called fumbles and cause of moon and so and on the bar back. Nay, too late. What I say? Sikares om di rama de betima effective for ankra no wies ko mbenya safety network akum no ene yi ni free so na ad hoc programs they say NAPCO cost 3 billion cedis e ho no NAPCO for no wies school be na cost 3 billion ho no nyina no majority of them there ofie a wo peduma because the ho no ankobo a wo but say na cases kan ye de share sa ye de kan 3 billion de kan
for the industry.
In the industries, yeah. You know, there are permanent jobs. Think running use square. Obenya baby akoye adwuma. Because we are all here. Out of the 35 million population, the only a year a buy between the capacity and 1 million.
Yeah, 908.
Well, they found 1 million. It's about half of the population, 16 or so million no aka. It is the industry who will take care of them.
That's right.
And the Indian free industry, when I expect is unemployment, inspire. That's why we are where we are now. And it is a penny part there. And this by 24-hour economy business. We make sure say we concentrate war industries. No market no musician. Because we see market new you are rather exporting your employment out and importing unemployment in. Because
you are not for the market.
Not necessarily, but that should not be the priority for 24-hour. No?
Okay.
As they say, we need to build sustainable programs here. A bit or minor anymore. As how near air doors no do. The banner my pressure and na again so. That's again them. By building institutions, programs here. A year permanent, a year a long lasting. So see industrial, not what to me be industrial the scale of net imagine for the next 30, 40, 50 years going to stay.
Yeah.
What do I say? I bet me fair, me couldn't even know I increase no one, a bit my funny power. So what I say. Name so you and if you and so now say what the other areas here. Within a short time more than a trim. Within a short time, not a trim. But so what me when they call industries because we are so Maui, we are see we were unim. Or maybe a bodini, oh, crum bia, say, Maya, and yes, a go beyond. Industries now, but you maduro.
That's true.
Don't mean Yadia without industrialization. There are no opportunity. Not say, even this slogans in our banners, you say, or Honoma. I then young Fian or Din uncle because near my car is a Bank of Ghana, Bonnie in Yan. Even though it has been able to stabilize the economy. No? Say it may not productive ventures you bet him the ability within a short time.
To wait till
away. Because they say now near my consumption compensation and interest payment. And I hear your program. Consumption. We consume everything, compensation and interest payment. And I hear BBR. Whereas I got productivity at home. How can you neglect production and expect to grow as an economy, and also as a nation. It will not work. It will be the imagine and say unemployment, and yet the bit man solve no any year. Yet me have ad hoc committee solve permanent problems.
Are we putting in measures to solve it?
That is what I'm talking about. There are no American cultural
yes, say in the next 5-10 years, you bet me say unemployment, yetimi aye niema sisi akwema e betimi because someone else you are saying, in the next 5 years, a lot are going to add up to what we have now.
Yes.
But do we have anything to mop or pick them?
You're not American because a mining in our idea. A government, there's a government the main priority. Because unemployment, a national security risk.
But we don't see any concrete also will be to me consciously, deliberately.
Yes.
Nanado deliberately decided to obey free SHS.
Yes.
Spend all the money.
Yes.
To the neglect of the one district, one factory, as you're saying.
Yes.
Because in all 8 years, you are looking about 5.2 billion and a core free SHS.
Yes.
Now they took 500 million or 1 billion a core, one district, one factory.
10%.
Wabra
was safety net.
I buy way so buy, one district, one factory in Ukraine. It's a total neglect.
What more grab your manokai?
And then the policy.
Can you imagine?
What to
and you have a big problem.
The issue is, almost our Exim Bank, the crowd, the starty. So more building industries, where are they?
Now
24-hour economy. We are almost entering into a second year. I buy and say a bit take it off or CC market. Many are raising concerns, as you're saying. Say, when you are done with the market, what will supply the market? Because the industry need a supply market. And now maybe I might not be having the understanding. Because the CC markets you are. Not 24 hours. The people within the community should have purchasing power to go to the market.
Yes.
Market, now what does it entails? Are they going to train people with skills to ANSMP?
And American, don't say. And you have a bill honor. And I will say, you have several low hanging fruits to her. As your new course.
Like what?
Agriculture and agriculture say you processing nyama bit my produce that alone can give us millions of dollars. What do I say? Hey, a typical example be when you say there's one fruit industry bodoquine. Who won't produce a cruma? Won't process but I don't see it here. It's exported. Exported. What do I say? It is on your best several best 100. Oh, my woman in our export to America. And a scam over her. And yes, can find support near my young.
You will inject a lot of dollars in the system.
But what here? Last Missimico, Chanamo. Sikai, a boy, this is Sikai. Woman to boy, a boy,
I'm for top.
A boy, this is Sikai. Because we are coming here. A boy, this is a
boy, this is a kind. Call over ahead, dear Milgo. This is how the Omogari started.
Can you imagine?
China started the Gariba.
Serious.
Can you imagine?
Gario.
Until you say they are competing, they are almost cut it off. What bring your capacity, everything here. And here, me and Cosonas, yes, a benz nearby a bay, not to no as in Toko Linqua. You can imagine where we will be. And into your mind, young and city up. Young for politics, nothing. Nancy, young, war, a green beer. Young from Wabine, a baby also be. Don't mean any because money in a baby. Oh, person, oh, free. Oh, back to power. Now, Banana be answer, yeah. Over there, now, better.
Miss Hammond, I'll tell you, Cano. Honorable Kyoko.
Yeah.
I mean, rising unemployment situation.
Youth unemployment, dear. The two youth if one cassette. A time bomber. Obi can say tourism, and yet use for neck will be any say youth unemployment. No, I have some case yet. Now, Sunday, ya na review why I can. You see, the devil finds your for either hands. And you hear baby, ya, or win the war, be briba, do no ya ni free say, Sebi, Mabunua, ya 1 year you may. And tis 1 year you may be a ya. bibi ba ya no de no ho agim wohwe Nigeria Boko Haram fuyi asuro de omo ye wo ya dodo no ya mabunu na dodo no aso omni adwumaye enti na sa papa we say de bia mekanasem Francis Opokuso kaina na oye omampani kufo
national security
advisor ya wo yi na di obi anim send the ya getting to the end of omampani kufo term of office no oyi no ebisinde obi entimi hu ne bae ebinim se no wo se onye bibi no so onye na yesake no unse wono no de saa youth implement idea and a concept bae na de ntia ya wo de bae ne se o see youth unemployment no a national security issue
threat
and this sad year no aya papa no de bae no me kwambi so
like why here today
yes na me ne ya adwene pa because no come from security background no hwe se de mrantie bebre di nam ho no mni adwuma ya but nya no the solve problem no se de medua
Mr.
Amwa e kai no esese ye hwe ne ye be ya betimi aboa na ese ye fa bebre so o mahene ye kan me person dika di we se twem se ye nyina ye business ni bi se impediments ya e wo mo no hane do to
impediment as a business organ
we business organ na we dey for nipa titia wo be famu empo minu e di businessman internal revenue for kwa bi wa kwa mo de be fa so kwa kura wo be fu me business ba ko honestly o mo ha me du ba bi kura no me ga yom se so but I know me dey so ha because o ka so kan be bribe sabri kwa wo ba na wo ba mu wo ba na wo na wo say internal na obeti eze ono kura wo you see but bribe o ha impediments no do so afei ebiu se wa bi adwuma na bi a wafa obi a ya wona ne ye adwuma abrantie ababawa
no
wo bae no ono ne de no wo pe so obehwema adwuma na koso ama sebe yese de bia bosume so obenji sika de atua ne ka no enye no wo hwe but abai e wo bebre ya etese ye so na si anhwe ne ye a na yetete ho saa na nkwadai na ye suku no omonko papa ba ku bi na menini di nkomo no ye professor e wo private university bi obi an obeme was he nkwada no de see produce graduate na see produce nya produce wie na se wo no wonya degree na de betna fia ese wa o kai na mehwe ni din wo so wa ya wo kasa asem no na wo kra no na wo ya ba adwuma o e na akọ retirement no wo de kwakira de e wo private university na wo kana sa ni e produce wo musa na e produce wo musa na kwa be so na nkwara no so ombie school no benya adwuma ye ombe nti ese ye so ye hunu ni ese ye na wo mokura ya na wo de ya kura no ya na sebe ene ema no ana se emabawa no na no mampani ka se ese ti etimi hemra se obi a ya wo ye adwuma mpani na wabie na adwuma na you know yesi ababa obi padwuma o si gise me ne wo ye bibia ansa na mefa wa mafa sa no ma we no nyina no so nti baba no kra de brebi wo mo asem ye o na me kira de wo tete institution na brebi wo ha no mo di nkomo o se application no de o de beko na wo duru ho a asoma ya obekan jo an hekra ho nsansi obi nti sa no ma we nyina ye ka ho asem na eya asem kese na wo ya branti wo ya babawa se wo be ware a se nye se bi asabe amanfo kan ze enye enutuhunu na sabe ye de ko hen ba sa sorry na wo ba sere sa o ba hen boy
to se
ye se nya nutuhunu ene ye de ko
nya nutuhunu ye de bo ba sere don
ye de wo ba sere don
that's don se nutuhunu che se wayase no aduane ni uye mu a ba sere don za kan
yo
ko som se no atwea na bo pan
ene se atiefo tie se ka di ntimi ntwe
awuntimi mmo
all right na ya na ye ka se bi no se nya nutuhunu ɛne yɛde kɔ basre sɛdeɛ
yɛde bɔ basre dɔn ɔsɛ basre dɔn those times wokɔ akurase a
dadeɛ kakraka
no womɔnwie ne kɔm de ɛnti ɛkyɛw sɛ meyansa no akɔbɔ
na ɛnɔma a yɛka ho asɛm yi the impact of education so ɛno so ka ho bi sɛdeɛ yɛka no no a sakwaraa no yɛde nakɔ na grama ne yɛkyetena afei wobɛwie no ɔba yɛ nim sɛ wokɔ Germany a yɛka sɛ obi yɛ mechanical engineer ampampa ɔyɛ mechanical engineer o yɛ ɔno ne car koraa no
ɔbɛyɛ car koraa
oh yes but then yɛsɛ obi yɛ mechanical engineer wawie ampa wawie university no wɔyɛ mechanical engineer o nanso sɛ ne car koraa sɛ yɛ a this is what they call wayside fitem and wakwakoye
wanya mechanical lawyer de juma anya onye
o the petro ko to ko the petro na so se fan bet kura ti kura hwe kura hu se fan bet na atie no otia so no woko you see sa no we ni na se mo aye you
so our problem is we neglected TVET for quite so long TVET the technical vocational side of education once we can Germany became Germany because of polytechnics.
Yes.
After
Second World War.
Second World War.
Yeah.
They put their hand to work. And then I'm happy TVET. At least I think Nanado more time no more pay TVET. Meaning say my parents your mama so be more to us. Yamma TVET muran kwalani mu. Last year and last 2 years. Eba yemi hu ye na KTI. Maxwell, it was the most subscribed school in all the secondary schools. Nkwala no e pass on beko akosua de. Kumasi Technical Institute. Ghana nyina. Omo na nkwala no bebre e press on beko. I was elated to hear that because minim nkwala bi omo ekọ SHS we ya omo ye omo adwuma. Omo call TVET schools ni ade no. Bebre ebi mu sua tiling. Ebi mu sua masonry. Ebi mu sua fashion design. Now those young girls appear here no. Opam ntade man krofo. But the okoye jana as ni ade no. So when nya nursing, enya teacher training, enya university akwa.
Mahene, ensem no de ye kan de ye kan ye. Look. Me koka we ya wan hwekwa nam se me koya advert ama no. Adwina si. Free market ho na ba kwada so estate. Yeah. Utra market ho on your right. There's a guy bia. Ya also you me comrade nti here na edin komo. Bi de kwa na menim ma me bi wo ho na ya na me gina ono se o ye me good. No so kan ho bi. Ye din komo na ena oba mu na mahu se o ye fashion nam so kan ne no ye ne kakra kan no san idea ntia na me ye ne kakra se me akra me teacher new na bra ya me ya se me ye fashion design no e covid time tio me ye covid time na me si me kwa kusua o see fortunately no na say ababa ye me main job
o ya tade no go so a
yes uhunu utwam ze si ya wo de utwam ho a hwe yeah, to the sense that me background na no kokoye ho de kra. E ho da me no kokopam na tade. Yeah, or the share so no na ni jifa. You see, ono kra ko no no nim se me kra me madam fo no. Enye me na me direct no man ko no abrante na na.
Eno ko hunu.
Se ni
ye ne fe.
You see, me ka ko si asem so. Enti no wo ho na se wo ko kan say pe obi kra be ka so NDC ni no. Oba e na say ye kan say 24-hour economy. But I need or Cassim Fufro. And yes, I make a
oh, Debbie.
Me, brother, me be a this. I was anti mampon. Sabreno, I'm here to send me business. Wouldn't them the hair say? Sabreno, a in an abasso, your friend is saying. Communication center. I do
call center.
Oh, yeah, call center. Yeah, opposite a live to use a UTC.
UTC.
Said you know, Okufo go from Pono. What they sold him. Na information center no na you can say
com
center no. Minua sika na me menye free mu no. Na eche di isi akatua. Enti na me mani ko okro more se di isi adwuma na ya mbe ye no. Honestly, me dey compare sika menya no bosome from ayi na communication center na
sometimes
this year ketu ne
that time we got now of a friend
obi a call ho
am for salai
salai asa unya ba bia anya call sa brand me ni gold link
na gold link na do magiafa diska
oh yes nyame ntimi diska pa nyame ntimi diska pa
e chire na bebu ye
e chire na bebu ye
me 1 year kra nsa na amfo
ba bia ya call
na nya common kra
dabi me gold link nko a eji sa unya me wo fa ayi okufu akofre mpon na obeba that is not Greenwich Communication Center
makai
so what you
UTC
you
I'm for free ayi pankro no bed salad be
me say
na obenya call no way
na kwa ye pankro na manfo gina yeso enti no sa no ma we gina na sa che yehwe ni ehu because wa anya ne sa na so bi de da bia no abadwuma na me pa ya me de acha me matrim because me papa or de asem bi che mitrim say eno ma mienu de edi kan no so okua ye but wo ka kire ye say ne ba bia wo ka kire wo say so obe ye kua kura asua maka so an emfa ye kua nko nti se woni hu so akofuom na de bibi ba na wo ka sem bi o se crash jungle or de nya se bia wo sere but wo person ka bibi kire wo say enya mo ne nyiwura mu nko so an wo koye crash o ka sa so brofo na o ka no ti asere crash jungle
I said crash ne ngura mu kabom
crash ya waka wura mu de wa so ka no we crash ni but waka wura mu eti usuanwoma na fei wani yikua ho anu ayaka eti me de aso wo mtiri me mabia me de aso ntiri mu se wo ba ya ba adwuma kura bo modern na ye business kan
yeah and that's it
oh sani e be ya wo benya multiple stream of income da bia wo ntiri
apa oye
oh, the same offer, no.
Oh, yeah,
didn't come back. Oh, we had to so car. Oh, be be actually.
Oh, yeah, potty farmer can see.
I don't this in because be bridge no. Ne o catch no be a one tier. This be your co-position and also co-fear. No one says say nyanza sempa na na o catch no. And that be almost here me almost here offer. The o catch ye tie ya. Anka be boy pa. Enti no so ni nyina ka ho bi. Enti mranche ne maba wa no. Emo bi amfa na ni ntu abadwuma nko aso. Because one ntu abadwuma nko aso a nyame amwa omobra
but if you check
nyame amwa omobra so hu
mami che ma so
ni nyina no so se ka ni nyina ka hu
ma so mami che
mami no wase min ka sama fe e share ya che
che ben one no
na le wa fa no mi no so
first time I wa ba mi che ni
akwa fact ma pa ko nya na che se mo line no wo
se line
ti afi na edru mi so eti mama na mwase ena me ba ha nso me hu se me yehoho because omo me hu hoho bia ofia en me ka se me wo fa no ayade baby omo de fire no but me sem ne me de fa mi no me heard the political side na ma be heard the social side me de no be shase
okay
you see na me wo fa kan about say setting up your business and na phone ye kura ye nim se bebre nim so mfa so the anima na TikTok emfa value bia emreye ne ye hwe obi bo a obo ye hwe obi comedy a wo ye hwe yanka sa TikTok ni hie o but o hwe TikTok ni wi a pe ade bi a wo besua wo business bi kwan obi afa so a wo ye ne de wo hia obi o ye wig ton wo use TikTok na advertise wo hia obi o pa matade o de TikTok na advertise obi ton kosua wo de no na advertise eto wo de ene so wo de o sori a wo hwe untu wo advertise bi na obi metobi o ma wo de me pa che so mabunu na bra so se e wo se yen ya yesi yen ho so de bia me kan de hyenkrofo nkran not to say ebia me kan de ahoho me ho a me ntwe application sabi ye ka na me wo fa ka crash ne jungle sabi a crash for kwa me kobi akuafo kwa me kobi because mi nimbrofo abeka mi ntimi nka na atwera abetwera mi ntimi ntwere na emom sika wo fin mu ade a wo se mabunu ni bebredi tu yetrim se sika wo hoi e wo fin mu e fin no does not necessarily mean say e wo se wo koye farming nko a ana se wo kodo eburo ana wo koye biebi nko a e wo se wo sin kete se nya siu tentai nko a na abeye eho adwuma so wo ko kranto nto subra e ba wo hu beye fin e was all cover fish free central region and now western region ba now be supplier who be ye fin e ma ye nhwase ye be ye abanye dwuma abotai nko a because they be a mekan bri bi na na do dan kwa kan asem bi ye na no si boni or say so we are salaried earner you can never be a rich man.
Can you
what is it? No, it was not, and it's true. Let me tell you, that's politics na yeah. I'm found when they said you were kept at your pa, your human will so make 20,000. Still be a poor man. You can never be rich.
Yeah.
Let's face that.
Unless you are into thievery.
Yeah.
Yes. You try to 30,000, you 300 million bosomi. We are the here. But mama na what central market no.
Yeah.
Usika na woje ne bosomi na ye was 30,000 ni yesika no. Bosomi ne baso nim sika afa mama ni nsemu a. Nka won fa wo 10,000 ne wo 5,000 ne wo 7,000 no e me compare mama no. But de bia sika fa ne nsem de bia was spending you know. E ya no no so hu abrante na wote bank ne say eh abrante de wa ye yi o. Enya de ehire bia na yesika o. Enya de ehire bia na yesika. Ti e besre mabunu no. Sabi mumie application no de eye na munya adwuma na wonso bi ka ho menka say don't seek for yes ayenye obi adwuma na so pay additional bi ka ho na yen hwe spending ye no my baby ya begina no me need to use for ya adwene say eye yenwuma sem no baby e kono say eye hu emabunu na about 34% of our youth and they are unemployed, which is serious. On him say as at 2024 December NVP free so now unemployment rate 13%.
Yeah.
2026 on him say go so 13%. They say ensesan bi amai. At some point they say 14.8%, almost 15%. And we are between 2022 2023. Ningina as a result of crisis na ye ko mu no. Eti private schools including Miami school ye egui ye jai after COVID ya anye bio. Because nyame fan currency because ye wie ye no na ye hwe enuoma na car asay wo be ye structures furniture any ade we decide say ye nya bio. Enyo ono nko a schools bebre egui private schools but all man no more government schools ne de abaye so wo masene hotels bebre any guest house bebre men can say egui krampa brofo ya ka say they were comatose ejijai men kan sa me ba cho what ya say restaurants bi ana efefe egui some businesses we nyina no omo fa nkrofo nwuma school drivers schools egui nyina don't forget some more drivers enti at the pressure beto economy ni so businesses bebre egui enti ama unemployment rate ekosoro ya bashi NPP aban no thankfully yetimi ya famu de ye free so ye de ba 13%. NDC of amuba ye mi hunu hyehyeye bia amaye se mode ebu amaguno mo manifesto no so bibia emu kan manifesto mu bia muntimi nyen ofa mitumra mechiresi mitum mo manifesto na da ha no enie mitum bibia meka bia meka page wo what you say o ma me ba mechiresi wo kan women's bank asem Women's Bank, for almost a fear beshasi. Yeah, train. Omo kind because of employment, me boy. You see, your mammy no may you mano, Obu or Probosia Kakra, the Ashen Jumum.
That's right.
If I talk, I am a vice president. On one, I can't say, Mechiano, I'm not fair baby, will be a babasso. What's a mammy? You be here to Champion Penasempa. What's a man no more? Yes, yes, a bama, your mammy, no near near money, you know, get how many months into NDC's administration?
16 months.
It's a women's bank.
I'll see women's bank.
Menu anu mesi afunu waha. Menu anu mesi afunu waha. Ena mesi afunu waha na. Ahon na meba hwana bawo. Ye ba campaign ya baha ya bakade. Ye hu bibi chirede. Sabe Ghana mesi afo ya nya kwa adwofo na mom obanda ode yezigwa na azena yakọ bank na aya na yehu nsum nti ekosu yezekira yan papa na okada sadamza enyina yan dwundwun ho ye be yendan yes no no ye yan bank mahene bank o te he nusu o te he na ase no tum dandan nzama ma obaya enso nkakra yere ya yezebua ye ho yezebua he ne mba yezebua efie no wakodo na mpeda meka kire ho ne dai oye afi na kakra ya abaye tu ho na mo no pi ye dru enyim na ye bompe do inche pi inche afi bokọ na ewie no na dam bank no wa ba aboboade
ka 2025 no mka so mo the bank yi ba ama in fact from finance minister ama from president ama omusi afi nko ewie eti afi nko me say na nyo oba ne ko share border aban ade ehia wono ban na nka waye woni media no so mo ye bibi
ade
and yet only the only financial institution omka so mo ba bi o page 125 of their manifesto almost say omo be microcredit facility at the ama youth no no omo dey exceed money of 750 million e be sha say tio Women's Bank ekro mu nya 400 million fan start mosi mo be bank the ama maburu ni nyuma se be ya enya ma no ma na eje bosia no na mabu na yesu se omo eni nyuma ye no omo so ba je bosia ni bi omo ba what is say microcredit what you want them what is omo bo ho ewa ebio omo page 19 omo free bibi jobs for all omo say Ghana ni be bia benya adwuma ye no me time no in with omo 24-hour economy no yem fatro emaji to me yes mama politicians yemu ye hadodo e wo Ghana for anim yemu eye ha just because I wo pay to me no e ba na ya kan fra ye nyina as politicians do mo nka no kore yes we be ko first 8 hours we be ko second 8 hours na we yakọ third 8 hours abra wa unim sa asema wo kan wo ntimi nye mo manifesto no mo nkyere me baabi a e wo musa musimu besi market 24-hour market. There is nowhere in your manifesto that talks about 24-hour market. And more than eno. Na mibo, yemfa baby to say, memfa meswa me krempo nyemfa to. Yesi kropo market efe. Enkrofo wom though is not fully operational. It will be bia ma market ye market bia. Fanisa enye NPP ne si, eye NDC na si. Anade memfa kropo o de memfa say NDC na si. O man, obetimi aforce man ne say ebo no onum no nsia mo ompon omunya adwuma ma ne nkobo du mienu e ma ade enchi obetimi it is a 24-hour economy no it's a waste, complete waste e your mind sika ne ye to agu de enti America sa ne say there was certain places to set a chima market now so ukosi ama wo ma a vibrant market already, communities are around ningina aba. Now also go see 24-hour market no. Omo say most of these places are more open so no. Omo kwaji new place and existing marketplace no mukosi no. One who only adwene say yesisi market bebre wo baabi no bebre kronum bebre community na nkom. So na me adwene say. Eti na make say yesika eno omo kwoto agu. Emo amabunu no kwan bia so. Oman ye omo 24-hour economy policy na afeli ni firu baabi a support oman no kesi yekua. Say cocoa farmers, mama cocoa farming cry enya kono bio. Me bo aka kire me.
Is it they are doing?
But who's doing?
International market.
It's in their manifesto so omo nti cocoa farmers sika so. Yete so a. It's in NDC's manifesto page 43 of their manifesto. Omo say cocoa farmers omo be protect cocoa farmers. Say ebo no eba forma. And adwama so say bo ne kwasoro so omo betum. Oman said obi amewura wo manum eti mudi atro na mo bagi to mi wi a na mo be kan kire say adwaman so ebo na ba fom na die enti na wo ya aban edie enti na wo ya aban emre mu odin mu no e wo se wo so Ghana fo ase cocoa farmers no mo ya Ghana fo eti adwuma ni jija se ya oman ya be de na adwuma na ya akọ na ama eye kan say ekuafo no e do omo akwa akoshem dodo na agya unemployment na be kosoro oman me no work as a poultry industry na nya attractive enya attractive na mo ya can be about bank of minim se mrebebe ma sterilization na NDC aye no is going to impact negatively on this economy. Me no work as a dwadini bi esu se sika ni wo man nim oman me boa and then me nkosu amatete so. Because one te so a yento nipa ne hwa ne ko do kosua no but ontimi odisika ode ba beto it will be identity say me break it even first year second year na ma make it profit biya me patcho me dey expand the business na absorb it on the unemployed youth no more community na move no it is sterilization is also killing this economy and my businesses ain't me expand it. Another thing abaya sa ye biewa wodi gu nnuma electricity me ne wo ka say abanya wo kan no manifesto mu say electricity be stable na san ya affordable. Why are you doing the reverse? Me ne wo ka say electricity ye far more expensive as in brana president Kufuor president o ma me boa o ma tumu 24 in fact at some point 28%. April 1st year no motor so na about 24%. Electricity was electricity board and the businesses use lighting in esu. And say stable fine. Na abote sem kra na abufu asa wo mu ne say ye in charge no. Na kanea no baabi eja beto mama ahye no. Say ye glorify ye ho say yetimi restore power no within 1 week and we are happy from the president to the minister. Aren't we ashamed of ourselves? Kania kekena wa restore no so say your man to your mumfro. Who does that?
Yanyama na mu yede de se wa de dum so aba.
Meba. Na dum so no enye we na de ba yo dum so na wo hodada. Dum so no mema video bi sesi here. Early this year and na TikTok you to be started so mo ye dum so video. It was before March na dum so started. In fact last year na dum so started. It is I don't know ejakotom na within a week wa restore and the minister ne say Grofo be kan say 6 months na yedi bewi one na onu hu na mo na mo sere mo na mo be kan mo asem one restore in a week but no kra here but me point ne say wo man can you ne board here egu nyuma nti when we are talking about unemployment here is killing businesses more madwuma mo ha can you ne mo yi am use kesepa it is affect your profit margin mo be dey expand it. Most businesses rely on electricity and it's so expensive under NDC. And then say stable. Do be kwakoto fuel. Now they about be good planting and also cry far more expensive. Eti aban we say buy no. Onye bibia so dey boa the business community. And yetimi expand am ya fa nipa. The other nsuo ye far more expensive. I say Brana President Kufuor president. So how do you want businesses to survive? Especially more raw material ni be how do you want them to survive? Oh the other one America, more no asem. You can youth unemployment. A teacher for. Oh as a teacher new year training college. No if you am but just why you're unemployed. And I'm a boy. I buy we share omobo. Eso obey automatic postings. Teacher ni we school na o metine fie. Me dey me for license ya nka ho because I know quite a different issue. We school na e be post we service na e be post straight away. Me pacho ye bu say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. E say dey na see. Ya pe kwan ya ba be di to me ntino. Ni ye di atro ni bi agu ho no ma na ye koye baby. And the teacher for we school a omu gusu tifie ye ntimi mfa wo mo. Ghana for ya ka kire mo nurse for ATM anopai. Me twa mo adwena si John Dramani.
Now the unemployment issue that has TUC cast a certain time of the ANDC for now.
Now who? Abide you create the enabling environment. Now who cause that?
The government is not creating that environment.
Where is it? Electricity is expensive. It kills businesses.
Okay.
Sterilization no my no so no.
Sterilization yes. Sterilization
yes, more physical from the system no.
And also sterilization and stabilization.
No, yes,
no, sterilize. It's like just say more.
Because of person control inflation into no. Open means be MOP sikani every system. It's in a system now you dry. Enti se sikani wa ye beto na wo na wo ton wa. They say wo kwatena wo pesika akotua oba hospital bill anai. Ye nto me so me no na ton ade pro obeti so na mateso. Ba chawati as e brand nti. And no it's also killing businesses. Nurse for the anamidi twa to no obekaya His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ya one and we catch Ghana for say Ghana Health Service ne can say Health Ministry then I say omo be fa nurse if one point omo fa private nurses but just okay say asem I me be question say na omo we private nursing schools no omo de omo nya Ghana for man na sabre no wantimi amfa wo mo ye ka kire mo bra wo hye boss wo be automatic postings no ese ya no munimu wa muntie na wo enne ye re backlog of nurses ayewo aban no fese kwa body o say demand more employment mo de ba na demand driven nti afa say fie ha no me ye district say obi nko retirement no obi nwu ya ye mfa nurse ni bi emehye and it doesn't mean say ye hia nurses o man aban no enisika wodefa meanwhile this is aban ya wo promises wo ba be reset Ghana. This is aban ya maburu nyina ji twi ebedi nachi thinking say John Mahama wo ba no sabi wo de ade foforo bi kura na eba maburu nyina eba benya nwuma ni bia ye eba ne sen na de
eba ne sen na de tsa
ezifo na omoye event na omo tromosa efre nipa mini omunya so konso no nya so hye ezifo ntadi bi na Dr. Bowmian na di kankasai na minim ne ntia ono di kankasai ansa na sinu ngetia ebe kasa because that was in terms of adena say nka Dr. Bowmian mum and the biggest political figure or event nase okay say General Secretary he's a chairman of a political party. Okay, but we a former vice president. Okay, ntinanka nishishe mupa dia minim asoro nishishe dia but danka say nka General Secretary kasa ansana but alternatively ebiam so yen say Asiedu was representing the president. Is to be a president he to say omra no mesina nine then he is carrying the message of the president. So na so there na say possible say no kasalas na Dr. Bowmian kasa no or the politics kakra ebamu okay ebino ewi saying guys also can say on their own responded politically. Okay, now there's been this tussle on social media where people are also saying say now as if no so one person mom capitalists I'm from no so I'm politicians so ndina omonya elders of the church nya afa no mbeko ti ba bia but unya invite in there there's a one man kwan say so na I say no say why videos na okay. So the question is, Ebasana, event like this, how should leaders, talk to the people? Should we go ballistic with the political, say, because we look at the event, send this here. Now, what home message that kwana?
Kwame midase. Senya esitie no se base senya bana waskan yi yewade de se ye kirade ne ya research ne ya saso bomode se ye be community adwuma enti bra ya rumba ku dwumadi bia mu no sanu mo wi empa me kama se bi se ya se ba ya me afi se e be kirade esuade we teacher we student at any given time you learn and you teach. And we don't kunye bia na ya na obepese but my bibi na o hwe me bia firi ya okwe na o saso akira de o and ade a wo kira ya na basically no always pay the much around you undi mo ko kire me we account in finance me ndimi ko kire education science e me ko kire o and is mbishia na se ka bia na me ka finance ne taso no wasa na me beka and we answer invite two issues on your political figure tell me we invite me apart from political my background as finance man
yeah
and why inviting or your religious there there's the nearer the intima who fear who friend no
what can was or
a politician or a vice president or a politician or a chairman and into him say a crime is no frau friend no open touch and then touch that open or then munyam say or former vice president but medina say no it can be and on bus as chairman it can be because over there no but kono behind the scenes no mo kwa dey be a request because up to maybe at the PBB afro and sa akonya ne ba obekasa no media mudi no wasem always be more interest bebeda a give and take and it's a bad say ye kasa sisi ya o ka chem say obin adai be yes Africa we say me fa say obi undinta o ka chem say o sem bo obi unim and I also nim central ya o ma ba hono bo me interest me hono me charge dey but all the day no I be a former member of parliament it carry weight and the ba hono say makonya say e bia one of our lecturers here also so in the podcast you know Okomoda omo free buy nyina no they will show some kind of appreciation and they almost make money in a small way no account to so long as sir on my ba me kwan so na hono in his own small way no who say account de ben so ye vice president former no so ye flag bearer and one who say mo who send the position no e mata bibi and so also express interest magana for who say aha mba ye no mama no kwa if he me who say me flag bearer if you want to be a former vice president, anything you frame me, to media no, may per se that you be the president. Yeah. To my come was some guys and niggas and Kwanko. To us what the be magana follow me show who say fire fair no. Mama. Also interested in some of the friend mood drawn away and also come be found. Yeah. So I was going to go to a president nothing over pre Faber and your official denso or start out to Muse or 200 more call rounds. To remember one who say Personal woman and value it matters. Yeah. And you know, a quibus one can be do better my year be dear. Let's walk Nema and limited set a banner or pair be dear no or because of non party ye. Or no as a country where change other ayina, Kwame Mini say idea it be pia. Unless say or call we would say or can be any power say or my podcast parties no ambitious yomo ekrano. Or come be and found say yeah religious affair so long as they were invited based on their background, based on their position, based on the interest and also the Kakra.
Anyway, right on Pure 95.7. Doc, who hear me? And I want you to be the way I said downplayed the whole
someone said chairman and said don't get here there's a bar say in the or Biano say but Dr. Baumia I think say or say what the message Orban or say a phone the message a man say on family I think say politics in there we know you be medium but doc
Finland owns na omo introduce you laptops no ne sa iPad mo adi chire nkwada na de nti omo yi monitor for 10 years no hunze no e man kwada na one omo ye lazy omo concentrate and education ankasa no strong quality no conform so now they are reverting to books ankasa this a man kwada the books say omo nkan na so for so what I'm saying there I'm say the morale of the whole thing is yana your attention no technology so jai nema document through books and you say you watch and say be documenting nema on abia drive soon as for no we are throwing away books no sandman but a bit my I was no sir I'm probably to go webs as well but the original books likitawa no more powerful than we are reading from online and all that so never be Mr. More na yenya unse book ekitami and ebe launch on the 29th from Professor Faith Ben Daniels we of Dreams and Blue Azoras and that no crown as a from Mayday President Ekansempi FI employment and all that other matters arising Bank of Ghana did add and Yanta said Bank of Ghana GOLDBOD never know I don't know who is telling the truth, who is not telling the truth. What is the reality? So once more they didn't come.
You look
meet you
GOLDBOD ne Bank of Ghana report CDM smaka ho asem dada ese ebiribi ti se sabri sa asem we beba so kai se maka nana futuo na ede ma senka aban na dwen be ko bibi so na
what to an amobintum.
Yeah.
Romutina won't say, I could do baby no. Bank of Ghana crab say umu finance GOLDBOD beam.
Yeah.
So kaya and no buy because now koye and nimwasi say in the books of Bank of Ghana no umu accumulate debts losses for GOLDBOD and a GOLDBOD for also a year publication year publish the nkase ye ya ntie say you make profit and I say loss so I say no mu kasa asem it should stay in the book of Bank of Ghana. Meanwhile Bank of Ghana report be of this nature so beba ama abeye sebio animguase e de ama wo mu ehọ na sabri yedu ehọ na sabri no
for the hands but who do the me and say me senior
ehọ na yedu sese na o de ka efra enwuma dog busa ho say yenima enche bia ebusu na de yenim ne say yesese ye fa police ana soja kra na etimi kwa fiefie mkra kofa nkwala eduo mukọ onka isa ade ni nyina na wo ho ena ansa na abewie university kra no na enwuma de job vacancies ni ayi abebobọ notice board so na what selected de bia apese okọ ede na asia ye ho tese ni ayentimi nye the right things da
okay
yepesi etu anamo a ebetimi etu anamo papa Bank of Ghana and some air cost ni and here may be real de from the one and not parallel structures be air cost be busam say adentina Bank of Ghana any finance omu near may be ohana ensisi so we bank rate we nam ha we official rate we nam ha ena GOLDBOD beka ho ebedu GOLDBOD so no na afede Bank of Ghana official rate to a cedi no 10 cedi 70 pesos GOLDBOD 12 cedi 77 pesos o said that I didn't know me question what had the beer oba cocoa ye fixing for phobia ni aye no 10.2 10 cedis 20 pesos na dia na dize cocoa akuafo de ye twa wo boy ati wo madi na Bank of Ghana eda 10.7 and a GOLDBOD that 12.77 now the equation say the first budget buy no Minister of Finance Rajab forcing e ka say o ma ya allocation e ko GOLDBOD on the beto gold okay say figure bi it will ball says 4 billion Ghana cedis na go for na o ma mutu to gold dada no why na mo musika e no mu de ato entimen kofa ekafoforo bia ansa meto o man no so senkrofo fi so mu pe gold na se ba GOLDBOD ene a mandate o mu so mu kwa na timi to gold dia adan na o mu pe no o mu no moment finance there was suggestions but I say GOLDBOD ade no e rashi truth no ene ma no bebre o ho a yentimi amfanti no ne ye but as o man Ghana de e was here adwese ade no now e kodu point say Sena ministry nisi kano kan ne se koyu sanko afedi ehu ya ne se Bank of Ghana na air finance GOLDBOD ade no edu ba bi na akọ Bank of Ghana T24 no details no ma na afedi o se ehu ne se asem krofo bi eye enye Bank of Ghana enye Ministry of Finance but as interested entities bi etimi edu omusika ba for sa gold purchase ade no na so no din sika ba na so ko ton 12.77 every obi wa na say who dey ko books mu dollar no say na be declare 10.7 eti initial na kofa sa differentials no e buy eti ne foforo no oka no obi omu ntia se chesa say amfo obi a ho na they denied all around. But about say IMF bamu after 3 months. No mbeka say na say figure ya a car ababeda ho $214 million. Dia ababeda ho ye differentials no GOLDBOD ena abosa aka no. and a Bank of Ghana because almost they say gold board and a gold board. Samija fina bab on Tibeka say it do baby almost resolve say gold related losses. But why the Becani book Mume Akas one abokade a quiet banter. And a sad and a twatwa. Then the next layer a bayam cast a nusu be drew na 3 layers be say. The second layer no so say apart from say a tunnel higher because gold for no say now there near 14 and 15. And the answer are they quite 10 point and the end Tom and there's a baby runs one watch chia cry, Monchichi, and we do the end call 12.77. Now, after I don't know, and the do baby, so the president call say Japan baby, and so Ghana Cedino is the best performing currency in the world. It was a huge statement. Oh, yeah. Obedu Ghana, na any bear 2 weeks. And now, who says Cedino started say a take off from. It speed be bemu pass yen nyina kaya. Then na Bank of Ghana who baby on fa de no mo. Sa brand na mso mkoyi a gold reserves no be almost 18 tons. Ekoton yen. Na so koyi sa gold reserve no koton a from the forest exchange ayina reserves ni mo. Sa component na we koton yen no. Oton ne saying oton at 12.77 and a wood turn at what value? It is all recorded so turn at 10.7 10.9 now we see dollar ne dane dia na just a kafu from s abedem and na why na turn man no it your turn man no so ehia and the group baby no so o mbasa to biem apart from some turn we no I say, my change a portfolio na free gold to dollar liquid cash. Ebema insolvency Bank of Ghana status no mo ye na mo koton sa de. Sa entonu mu no ewo ne kafufura e de aba. And as I say yes akoto. O koto a o turn at what rate? Na what keep in the boost as then. Na ye who say gold related losses here ye kan nyina no. Yeah, so fire. Yeah, sa seni ade. Yes, na ebia yenya adwuma kura anye. Because the end point necessary any kodi gold nusu bebre ni etuwe na bebre be free galamsey for ho na abade a. Na ye nsuo ne enema eye no. Sa cost ne de yen calculate my Bank of Ghana ekeka losses ne gold board for ekeka gold related losses nyina. Yen calculate yensuo ne yen sa se ne forester SN they calculate, but that quantity of loss no, they should put monetary value because more kaya oka say obi o US ye wo ne ho na number bia akra ne ye monitor no yen so nka o say monitor e ho say sabre ya sitire mu kosen na hwe ye iba ko se se ade obi apa ombo special drawing rights for Ghana na hwe figure e hye ho and then 15.3 special drawing rights here we are seeing now with sika I teach them so bia wo sika ni bi eti Ghana am say the number 4 billion na right as o kwa hu ye ma utimi kwaji free World Bank ne sa no na figure rate o mu de da so no is 15.3 special drawing right and o mu via 10 point something in your enti rate na ye control no Ghana ha no ye di agora government na the figures basa oji ebia DVLA oji we a figures are all kada bia o to the name meanwhile inflation ba from na exchange rate no so dollar no e ba from and so say aban kwaji bibia no ne de ende o tum eno na emse nra se nra chi I said right assemblies of God that we were assembly say on a president one and what so for back we no say on tia de biase because I say figures are ye catch Ghana for no expertise or send ye ho high but I say the opposite no and AC and figures no mu ya ne dey so for we dey bi omu na tem because on dey they want their president of
no but they all can say legitimate
yes I said the young king in our say was senka your high
because it's affigacy say enya papa saka ho kire and he says Africa inflation ba say dollar will say petrol will say that's for there so ordinarily as a ye ho toy as a kawai na no sila agobe oza na $1 no cry or 18 no but onim no I don't know who made this analysis say first na dollar no be a 18 17 no na ye party okay and the dollar no 10 yen party until no trader no he's worse off
adibia koso if you Bank of Ghana yen party no Bank of Ghana I find means or they actually friend excess liquidity na busa say yen e dey na way
yes can say
yes chi says ka nyina free system na wo chi kogu hen na kogu ho a hen for na komo so dey den it's a system they've mopped up sikapa from the system and na use commercial banks no na is so mbema commercial banks no e dey sika no e bia ma individuals e dey enwuma mu no aban no gi at a rate ya so comfortable etina is omu nyina posti positive you know etu ka say bia say toxic debt year loans e dey me ma no say microphone default wa why na de man no e ya buy na je say na ka de man individuals na ye struggle na wo ye adwuma na obiam na emia na go ntimi ntwia then it comes to this but when they one fa my fa expand ena kwa aban ho eti a contract at the system na to the point say wo individual na anam no wo behu so bottom pa no ena saade na start ya ye inject dollars e wo ye reserve mu esa akoye ma dollar no ba fom no e ma dollar na won krofo ho ye shock absorbers ma ye nyina no obi o turn tomatoes onya fa so $1 wa ye say negu ha na krofo obi o mu no eso start say air free 14 plus about 10 ho e ba ya akura bi kura ba 9 ne ade no why na be eye right ayi obeka say o kipu dollars won bottom and na Ghana for yi wo mu dollars ni nyina pia bonten no mu yi pia bonten no because etia na so te busa ho say wo no ayi aba bonten instead say Bank of Ghana na beto no Bank of Ghana enso the reserves enso free the treasury eba eta de begum eti hwan mo na nya asa eska no multinationals na na omusu kanese omunfa so bebrebe no omunya dollar emfa nko omukrom no se se onso omusu biem because individuals omu de aba Bank of Ghana so the reserves no asa abegum etu omu do ay comfortable no omu tiwo no omu sesa to omu mop up the system ya mistakes bebre but we feel say yen chance na yen nyai ne status here because ya hwe ya to aso say ya enya papa
all right nane asaba das Dr. Rankuma technical power until order let's come home and deal with other issues
ba uni GOLDBOD mami fa mfi GOLDBOD ene no nsam miensa ba konye president asema kan employment ba konye school for na ba konye good mami fa good asem dia ko fa problem abena ya politics kwa mi
sir
ai say tama MPP wo no and this for my say on head of agency that say Bank of Ghana because one worker yes I need to kuma o campaign message ba ko kese pa no and the Bank of Ghana boko the Bank of Ghana there then o mutim boka o mne cheska o ena on say adia insiansa ena mosmo buy maboka it means that and some no can say na who the brother say and sanity they say you manage the economy enya no krese institution like Bank of Ghana enti moka by nam say yen Ghana for no yenimunti o ma yeti instance the Bank of Ghana ka so maboka they say Bank of Ghana for diska ena ade anche ya monsomba ba ya because economy ni say city no say the oyonko hihye ne ma no oyekwa enye easy say oba ya was no oye least mistake na sana area o de omana kodich enti say na besi ye enti me can be kwa me de meet me can say we police from the koye ena bua ka omusim into one requirement for some better resolve because it looks like who says say I'm a green sheet say every day it's release it me call world markets kwaje bosia IMF here winner kakra so yasna ama expenditure ruling ne income spread no a shift kakra aye stable na IMF we jai hokwa na enkwa say compatible kodwama so compatible I go back to basis na ha me no kwa me okay my man can present as no kind about employment some president can dangerous pa
I said some of guys
kwame o say employers need the sex na omode man penkrofodment yem famram I serious
na you serious I say
kwame one microphone but them don't know.
Oh, someone like
the exposure now but dangerous because baby or no. I said I must be frank with you. I say we a president. We a president home. Instead of raising this concern, what your concern should have been at me as a president home. Maybe you be home. Nama expand the economy no. Na enguma ebu because a country like America, a country like Australia. Kunza Australia for home. Sisi asa oye juma 2-3 a. Kwa mutimi ye brebe the additional job can one. Your more incentive.
Yeah.
For offering yourself say over more than one job. Oye 3 kwa dey any jide. Because ejuma no go na and conform emeye. Oh, as a president, you are not creating jobs. 1-3-3 anya juma. Economy by dum so start ba. No expansion. And see, automatically, small number of people and a chase job. I tell you, different angle, but Kwame, are you serious? You don't need to go there. Think about how to expand the economy, create more avenues. Say the better opportunities, beba. Ama maintain ma ba omo wie adwuma omo wie school omo pe adwuma koye no easier for them to find job sa no ma yebu no o ma yemu no on personal grounds ye use moral principle for mu o man ye the policies and programs directions processes and ye to kwam ebu o man ma o man yeye na obu o man ma o man yeye na nipa no hoto ma me is very sure say Kwame abaya bia no we school no okopa adwuma na adwuma be 10 ebu woko we friend a ye university ye me lecture ba ko bo achida nkwa okache o say o mu time mo we university no omo wa na commercial bank ba Standard Chartered ba because business administration or say banks e work na de omu nyina obia ba no ma obia de ne conditions ato ebia we ba ye ma car we ye ma a house we say obia salary range unti omo no omo say omo time no omo ye students be 35 students no companies e buy omo penko for omo management omo ye be 60 e do na wo choose the open Sani ebu man Kwame.
No, sir. Man, you open me. Money you open.
Every ho. And do your president now, Mama. Think about policies and programs, directions. I debate him there. Expand the Juma. Ama Numa bu. Koko, ye nto koko, ye si koko boyfo. Ye tran mu ye ndimi hu plan bia di koko be fa so. Ye tiana, ye titi koko so. Ye hu plan bia, ye hu processing bia be ya. Ye wet ma ya man krofo di use koko na e call waste no. Anasi ye nto no. Ye di ya bibia ma a create job. There be. Oh, it is so. You are not looking for avenue. What the country say? Ube ye 24-hour economy. 24-hour economy. Kwa mesen ka office ka 24-hour economy a year. And I'm not telling you about omo school. E do so be bregu o man mu a omo padwuma ya. And ye obi say me kwadwuma anopa 6 o'clock to 2. We say me call 2 to 10. We say me call 10 to 6. Ka kwa me ka say nipa we be adwuma ye. And ye nhwe kwan ya e be fa so e be create job for the people. If you answer me, Banamo can was about DHS week. I mean, independence in Faso Masu. Yeah, independence in Korean for some say yenina musa yenina wiase say ni wiase no kona ye ni plan bia me ba na doctor ne honorable kan plan ye ni plan any plan be as a country any plan bia ye ni wia etimu ye dia ne say nyame ye adom na ade achi na san a ye didi ada na the next day ni asa ato aso say ni esintie na je say eti so utie ye enti unim say can it pa na ye maame ne ye papa no mu bebre that's the reason ye ni planti or what ya would say so we are or what or training man on the musa e dey ba ku beye na ba ku beye no dey be o aka the plan na ye ni no any o man ye say den bibia because I'm say me mom dey me ya dwen ho say school na ye call ye no ye call wrong school. The type of education that you go through, you're wrong. And we need to restructure your education system. I bet me a model because the same school you go, you know, been a profiko. What is a profiko plan? A profiko sometimes only this year now didn't come out. Only didn't come out. Na say classroom na ni wa. Sometimes we kasakura because we nyansa bi anim. As you jay say nkwe bibia, no aye wi. Yankwa ye de yenso unim say Cote d'Ivoire for omuta kan sa asem no pa omo se wo ko program na Ghana ni kan ho a ni a group akọ join Ghana ni obema all the solutions, all the actions, but through implementation zero. That's all. Sir. I said you problem with how to plan as people. When no intimidate me anyone what I say if a so sa na be see form. If you so sa na be see form. Me who say a handicap and say conform a handicap. Why because say you Krumana present kofo nyame ya dom and a present kofo idea be say okay see I said your mind is equal ye nyini and let's plan and have national ID system and yes the number of years it taking yen to even set up national ID system you rule here and they cry what see cry say there are a lot of people in Ghana who don't have national ID card and so they are working through. We don't have any problem. Nothing happens. Nobody attacks them. And once Musa no yakosa.
Uncle baby ye request here.
Yeah, request here. Oh, and you ko bi wo ha e kura wotiso no. Ono uncle baby a enti ono onfa ho.
O dey.
Debi.
Obi answer na mo.
Debi. Oh send na no afro oh first madam Fuiska no akoje. And no it is as a yenyan say enyema ye dey develop as a country yenyan bi and dey bia ye na musa ye plan na say nyame be sa e wa na dey and me no ye development na you mu no me enyame nwanwa there's no way yenya a well-defined plan as a country. Now we say and one response to government policy. Now yeah draw a constitution say your National Development Planning Commission. Now obi amaya was that draw constitution what National Development Planning Commission. It is almost human say yes is scale down all activities in your country. Now ebia enyaduma. Say the econo Kwame I think say oh minimum dear me pa dear the present state ye womu ya ye 2 about 4 years now we end this abandon people no bia oh yeah, there's no way because Kwame, you first cry here politics no. You first say politics no cry. A critical issue because my team here for nko said you Ghana America oh can escafopa we say America oh yeah folks for richest people over na first 100 200 America for omo pokra no Kwame omo pono so we a political party na so person trace kama political party just say declare we intention you person try more than $1,000 who person call rally America yes ka phone who person call rally o kwa na wa sunlight no wa try ticket and some room and the party no eji usika and o their manage party no yes the other way round politician na onu ukwa ni rally no onu na oma usika no one no bika ma olore fe anasa so a wa ma olore fe no de car be si ho na nipa da okwa rally na furu car ni free ofuru car ni free a okwa ya ensama na duane yewi na politician na sa ye t-shirt owi a na wasama na discussion ni bottom asa na car na ko fa ni free asa na ko enti kwame na nipa ko osusika bia enti onso sika bia na o yesa aduma we no onya power ni se ya wom atika na boom tenese no enti me won how a ye be see ye be plan because fa ho ne plan bia wo bia oba na obeye o se o te ka sika na be sesa because the kotua ka enti ye omu exchange for your friends say power eno anso mo ba ya no mape kwan bi omo aye se maybe atwa mo se bisa kusi bafo no ta kan sa se me pa ono so koye nana dan for fa no ogo secretary reform no ya unim o se politicians no behave say mame ne papa tifi na omanya anwa mo no ma no adi omu di wi no mia no mde awana fa akwara no duba uza akwara na didi ame ebi na omu ye no omu de kakra bi fa ya no a na yeze o ma kwa fa ni kese no no mo de ko
yeah Dr. Barnabas and semi
kama bako makamba asa bako no manga so wi mi say waka ni nyina waka ni nyina
dogo yo ntraso
de obesamba akala so ami nsem no legend menso mana
asum
mfanko I'm saying it a brief one. Nana ya sebe aka ni nyina Bank of Ghana waboka ne ho nsensem. Aten say ye nyina ye nije say dollar ejina inflation ye say aba me okinya mieni ni ebia Dr. Nkuma mu na ebetumi aka. Me sis me who aid me who say inflation sa figure na da 3.7 doka babilu adru sada because such as and
called deflation states no
and ye nije ye and ye heli but na ye nyina yin baby free I tell say bosumi bia ye de close to $1 billion in the issue ye ubia economics 101 me ye secondary school economics ketwe bi kura no e kire ye nse wo pese microeconomic indicators se wo pese wo manage na e hihye yi a yenim ne ma anya hwe kro be ka manufacturing production actual but what ya wo so de wo sa production and manufacturing no onye and so we be my inflation akofom and we be choose the other way say yeah be one penny or be one penny and penny no it comes at a cost legend technical issues ni nyina as by say nyama technical people chroma technical people nkwanete ya me ma me na hote you know me man kampatase domino was see nyama technical people nkwa omonso ti ase yiyi na nchiri mu ni nyina ne say the economics me friend scale of preference as o mine no ye hye ana ye niema ye wo ye nyina ye gitum say we ne pese ye ana uye scale of preference no so a bibi beba ye friend opportunity cost and today opportunity cost ni bi ne manso kwan a ye gya to ho ene aha kwan a efa Santasi runabout yi
ekwa hodi
ejato because and it was some ejato because o choice ne say o disikano $1 billion ebeshe you would be cushion o dollar o currency in the end no this is the amount I ne yebudin and the legend which remu bebia ne mechirema mu bia ti ase ne say assuming say ye fa sa 15 billion okra first no news for na chirichirim or so pp the come at us and say nanka Bank of Ghana nanka buying ebetimi de say sika no as she nkane ato ye hwan ama nkane agina so aban decide say there be yem fama inflation enko yem fama dollar enyina baby and ya managina
and that is the opportunity cost that you want. Doc, lastly, Dr. Ronkuma Kamadri into the Memphaka Crown supporting President Mahama Seminum Koma Ukudini Eastern region during the Nina year, part of the May Day in Ankomudina Ukudino Nansanese. Also, we now quite a Kwahun Komudin some kika. Minim how many people. Ana itumi ababonte ana say itumi jonsa me adwuma wo ye minya na ha no obi ne me dayansa na minya
no fan kwa ne ko disclose
you get the point into some of these
otiwen
enti wo hu sansam no enti nsem bi say no me de anka menya anka ye jaima street you know. Number one, Dr. Dinkra, there was sexual harassment laws, policies. Ura used Cecilia. Doctor Babia,
the Granam Pesabum say more definition for harassment. There.
I know. Ura, enti minim baby asam rana say yetikroma na mra asem ni nyina ne say sade Dr. Aaron kan no say ayi wo ho avenues wo ho nipa no alternative ne say ayi adenti na wo say me no beda obeje na waye debi ndo that moral aspect na say kwaswa obi anu ho be so say eye papa ba no kwasem ne say abaya no ho kire no I say I quite say more na ye a man na yedi ti amenti yen use sa example no abaya no ho kire no honorable obi sending mumu 100 cedis a onene koda na ne ma o me amfa me ho nya example it is a Dr. Manfo company. And maybe I see you know or say or name better na wama juma abaya na also me report no or me report it na wuchire na ma brantie man 100 cities on net o man na koduru ba bia ma abaya ne sori a wo twan mumu anim ogina kwa ho a de ode fa ka ho odin nyese school no nko bio wa bon ho modin ebi kra wo sua djuma bi.
Is the president not talking about reality?
Evidence, right?
And
can
say money because Papa Bishop Juma. Now Papa na say opposite me da. Answer Juma and
legend Mamenka been chosen say you know academia no wa more drew the pinnacle. Unim say yet na krum haye affirmative action ibisa ama ukwa district education office bia near wo girl child desk ba ni boy child sa ni ye girls ani ye ya man kodu say universities programs medicine yes grade 8 for ma grade 6 for mema sorry say business administration grade 10 for ma grade 8 for mema ani yes and you twice sir and senior lecturers mienu na te adwuma no ma ya chenye e bedru baby kromha Ghana Education Service na kohwe o fa secondary schools 100 si wa ne mu be 60 e man head entene money take district directors na kwaya ma and you kodu baby universities o be kono ne man na je first class legend o say bedru baby na kwaya talks say ana lecturers in another ana o mama grace lecturer abaya ba kwa school o finest transcripts every semester bo ye be 8 courses and the semesters we cha 8 and to check here obitumi ye 40 courses we school lecturers 40 nene die no and by stocks we was street in mu and go for can. And some of these things, you know, who do stage be a new jama, a hoffer no maka.
Who was
saying, kind of well, with the legend, no custom says solution, no, ye expand a conti, I think say VC, the any kind of be feeding to wing, ye expand the economy, no,
ya sepe kan doc di bia soso say those days we university but university kura no kwasam ne se na nkofo nko can university kwa rooms no only gone year first UCC adentia o we ne ses form na adwuma obenya ye no we university say engineering ne medicine any law no okoya adwuma wanya wo ses form yina ye no oye okay MSLC na manfo de kira de agi aketua papa she ombotom ene hwebe bia ya bepi. And these are the core issues. Mekai President Mahama will be anko checking around 2015 16 Okota Credit Technical University. Now some okay say universities in your programs are papa. Ain't na man for years school munye adwumanye. And I'm say wow. This is President Mahama history. And University of Ghana. No because we ye no anya adwumanye. There are hardcore issues. Your economy is not expanding. And now buy no me nkasa asam ne da sa buy na mfa ni pejuma o kwa civilized country anya buy responsibility ni so fa ni pejuma amanfo kra mpa ba ejuma leje mo tutu kwa wonim say aban ejuma o ho ne private you an obi be fa private yi because enema je nti aban wo dia ne say obehyehe enema ama angel group of companies POFM hwan enema mu bie. Now we are now do con who are buying kakra kra offer no now do kwan kwhye IMF ne a kire say men fani pejumam afide we say obi e dey no offer kra mo the protocol na mo dikai enti legend no kwasem ne say nya asem a ye hiamra solution wo solution o me asem we ahwa de bakra maya no kra nya o mo de kase kakra ye gi na ye de nya adwuma no ase wo bese ne say ye no kra sa mpo a legend as a man positive ya
o ta ka sa asem no bi o uze na say bi o sa wo ka say contractors go trio mu ka side chicks
and so
I don't know so no nim system no to say that who see akola
because the president is talking about realities and the president no also T street no onim koma e crossroad street no disanity T street no so someone tell say na mami mumwe say honorable Kwabena Kukuf or say now I don't know what I say we
me say official say
if you make a customer say your official honorable Kwabena Kukuf yet is a nanka or secretary but say no such a secretary is not your official be as here but say also officially or by Ashanti region I be contested as chairman
regional chairman
okay say
oh Kwame na say media pra e fire fasia mada
dabi ntimi na
urim say kufu emionku nti say also ko the only say oni minya tawanta ka crash say ebra na ofata ebe contest no bantman say awadi mi meet oligo enti go kan hima abaje ma ase
tiano
kufu ni me ba say enyo fata enti me de mi asem bia
adan oni odin ho oni na
kokwa pia ese kufu be contest no me so odin ho kokwa pia madam fo ena kufu ye madam fo enti we say no me when there come me say me abstain na mo mi na opportunity no mo ko contest.
Okay, but who stand the best chance of helping the party? I mean that's what the delegates should know. That's what Ghanaians should know.
Kwame minye MPP card bearing member. And as to who stand the best chance to be the right person. Honorable. MPP.
Some are buying discussing for the good of this country.
But not for the good of the party.
But if you have a bad party, we can have a good. We will have a bad governance. Oh, so when we have a good party with good policies, and it translates into governance of a nation. So until more because we are just blind. As I say, we should know who are the leaders of these political parties, because these leaders eventually will become the leaders of the country.
Kwame, say we know the leaders of a political party in a region, not national. Kwame, MPP card bearing member.
I'm not a Tias not Coco Fupa, Zebia, Udi Quidi. As a member, just ask me, you can't sing, anyway, yeah. I was there, Nancy, me, who are DB. I buy dear Babiano. Yana abandon very quick. Say, a person a choir. In temper, no moment to come. A true mo. Yedi holding pa go to me na. Bubu amon for kios. Pamo muni afrio. By a bass among your choir. Na a jiregu. 2 months 6 months na a man no mutuano. I'm saying, Abesi Mutibu, ewo. Coco Ben Quine, sir. I'm a to a mecase, maybe also woman be not on a move a friend, Ramat, and more the pie, you know, the Bunguaka, solid pie. Umbutuno, say a patas from Santa's Rabat to Patas, I call Boso for Lime. You couldn't bear 1 year. Ubia crazy. Now no, atu forcing minister of representing never come share inquire mufaso from I want you about ABC Santas Tribina.
Ebu and go for kiosk name.
How's that on file?
Come and say for the coin.
And not by me, who say a man shall say is some table because the moon is a buy on ye. Never got a Kwame him no one says how. Abayan dual carriage with Sakeke. Think me overpass, because and quite a natural overpass. So the office and Tansi Basa Trema Consia. And quite now, Nam from Cran, Nam from also, you was in Namsu.
Oh, because we dual carriage. So we dual carriage now. Almost had the traffic news. Santanza serious one. Because we say we are after the cars boom come home. I think the way they made the make come strap by says, I do know when you know. Say, being to an internet, a delay, delay, no more overpass. What is overpass? No, just one bit said, and squad the big crana. A yet chance say, ye bayano, Saka can say, dual carriageway, a free abyssia. I mean, they are mine, a bunizano. I say.
This one is from your friend, Professor Emmanuel Aduamankwa, Amanke of KNUST. He says the president went too far. He went overboard. These issues are perceptions, and the president shouldn't feed on perceptions. The president even went on to the extent of saying senior high school students copy during exams. These are unacceptable. In any case, he has been given the power to correct the wrongs. What he is doing to give the youth jobs? What is he doing to give the youth jobs? That's what the people need. Okay.
That's all.
And he says, how can Kukufu make this U-turn? U-turn, Benada, or going away U-turn? Yes, because no one shall go. Some Sabbath. Yes, because you know, I confirm, sir.
By well, help go grab you.
Oh, sir. I won't win.
Oh, minim de over me, but at least so we did nanka. I say, why we be in Tianka? But politics, who knows?
Politics, you know.
Politics, who knows?
Of interest. Okay, baby, or more. And the man be manipulations.
Okay.
What do you say?
And Uncle Mommy,
Bank of Ghana issue, no. The Asian Tarantino, finally say, I can't have that. Some because about Mahama million 1 year. The never was 30 years. You do each a year, after 1 year, the man be but Bank of Ghana made you Mudi at the Sikai Chadi economic activities, and now more say, and Moroso, as one tea, and my economy, and Kubasi baby. Na you get the idea na say can come by a beer back remember kwame ewo ha ebembe ye 1 hour be bi twa ka na azimidi aponche na mawo bia me sata me nya aponche bata trade ene ban say yin creative value e ma do be say 1 hour be twa say ni e twisika to I am an official people hunu krisikali plan e pipa na after say o man din to me atumuna science document no the money friendsika as I'm just see 70 usika eromba musika 10 cities na metupa ma say me di ero ka 10 cities na ye tronka tato mi salon saya eno ba isika trace bi na de kan e pipa all security ye kan e pipa nemo equity value abra ya to say ye the exchange and discuss be ye exchange ya to say aye legal tender ya science so omano to me ewum ene de ye adwuma ene Bank of Ghana o say dwuma de ye di nyina no sike be twa ne be adwuma nyina no o hwese be ko bebe ti kan mi se gura ni afia ho ne atwa sika be him economy na ngro tim twa him se economy ni ngro no twa sika no kuma enye value and ye kase ade o value yet one sin so twa one sin mamia se ma nye bia nka ho amanye edu na mame sika se du a without any space any back on what kitty skahunu any value and the one city na we back on so me 10 says me produce we are be 10 city a whole inflation ever and the Bank of Ghana control Bank of Ghana controls base kabe simple never say value create no pepe to me if you know we do e ma me say to ma nya do ma me say do what create problem and no more here says you mobile app access liquidity a brother of Chesika Gumu one friend the economic growth and the strength and so just can be a engine and the creative inflation and mobile and the anima Bank of Ghana yen one more and share and yenisa and now Akobana say and never any quiet be a year day as satisfied will be and for 2 years most custody of him and I mean the year Juma. My city has haka home, my 1,300, which is in value across. Sebanya Juma, sir, 300 counters and Mr. 300, 1,700, but one echo from the value 9, and it's a bad side said 1,000, no, about 700, no matter trauma, 700, Nissa, the be 0, but when a good. Some is our book away, chira, that she says, my friend, by the Munginano and Confusika. Bangwana boka go do say musi negative equity e jere me 1,000 me kuhye gbere mu no egwam ma wasa de ka wa chire ya minister bi obem to confuse ka we negative aboka adan na man basa come mani na eguwi dollar na ye ka ho asem say aban wo no ma wo ye no ya e koton ko na risk bi nya no and the Bank of Ghana ehwese dollars no oho upibi no e ko jibi ne the exchanges and she said me compare dollar as a dollar no ni rate no yese me see the duba many $1 I had any bono no exchanges and na akoba say nkofo ko die dwa na dollar no aton or the city aba and I was say dollar and me di begum e dia boa nkofo na ne boa na ya mbeje mo no me teso me mfanyi mo boa na e hodada no and na dollar mu pie gum na ewura se be na waka no amman nkofo mo tete adem mo up dollars na anyes kan say tam na boy eboka e die na dollar ni ye ma ye nia e de faso die e bre yen anye ban fa ma yen ye de support obi on what baby of dollar to free omoka and we come one teach more can any free be say madam say and say bisa pa I dey was madam say no almost rebe bisa almost say panyi biti no kwa na de kan awura bi open na anama open na de kan ne ikura no oje a no de kan siligetu o bo tensi no da hye ho yeah no ma ben de control ko say sidi ni shinto ojo kan ma mfa hwa de mru o kwa no o de tensi na hye ho po kwa no ko yi enti o kwa da say ne ma se we de o yes ha de na o dan
juma na sha se a che
na
president Muhammad
enti bra ya me de si ho me mo e na ni bu na matimi ko na me de sinda ko hye ho na me ko chi obi me ta masero no o dan bebu e bi na Ghana ya ye no ye this nation of kan ya mo fizo mfa ko to mu dwane ade na ya mfa pe value ama o man and then he create a problem she gold a year kan won se mi o kwa jinko fo gold aba na wasa tete so otora boarding o pe favor e dey favor electric favor and na agoda ho and the economy grow ye me sidi apemo no ma fa anya adwanye sidi asa nka ho ti madwa na enkwa ni mu na emu me scratch che manye koko sika me fie ebu me da so apa me wo apapai ana me dis kan hye nkane ya ho e de man kofo e ba se koko no sika no man fa nya mama e bia nkwa ni mu no koko na gu enti ama economy no entimi enkwa nanim atosu bi mu share restrictions e dey ma yen spending ho aba cut all expenditure manu grow hwe akoyego sikama ho ye dis SK na di egro sa madama sia ye de chichen kofo no enti ekone sana asaditi tax we dey che we yenye afina won no place of sa taxes afo na place say obeye group years obeye di beye tem abuja for ensem na hia se ne abano kokko se ne ma we hwi ni because emfa omanu konenim we ye adwuma no nye sika na wo ko onim na wo ye adwuma no wo face kana ngura mu a na wo de cheche se ne de good board ne dollar eye na nke se economic fo communicator make ni obi no compare se na do time no bank gonna so boka and inflation cost perfect and yeah that is perfect but the point is say difference woman say Abano was ambitious Jemesian more and the interest can become no day yet I get 111 they did me away and the okay yeah not govern ambition especially a considerable boy so this kind of man in a way I know you crown your baby and one be those monies now buying a ambition programs I know you crown a bit me ya quite never and cry a year as is a year and all wasn't the be a tiny atoma egu encounter is some of this money was